we're gonna hope that this stays right there and that it does not fall. I have brought out the wig this time. Let me turn up my thing right quick. Yes, we are just getting started. I have found a way to turn on my little light source, so I'm super excited. I was trying to put on my little music in the background just so, let's see. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. Sunshine on your face. Wake up, it's a new day. Hi, Naomi. I'm just looking for my songs, my playlist. Cause where did I put it? Somewhere on here. Yes, there it is. Found it. My hand is down right now, so your girl don't know what she gonna do. Hi, John Don. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, everybody. I messed up my hand today, y'all, on the struggle bus, but I'm here anyway. I wrapped it up. How you doing? And was like, you know what? I'm still going live. I'm still gonna get on here and do the thing. I have to figure out, did I mute it? Yes, I did. There it is. Thank you. Between you and me, girl. This my go-to wig. This the one I just be like, boop, that's the one. Like, because I could not do my hair. I literally could not do it. Welcome in. Penny, Vanessa, Zena, Toya, I see you, girl. You visiting. Look, you done spent the block on me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for coming back to show love. What's up, y'all? If y'all go be here and hang out, make sure you grab the Daily Heart Me. I see it, y'all coming into this room. If you can, just hold down my nose and power share the live out, okay? Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody else that don't know those people that you can connect with. Thank you for the gift, Toya. You know, this is day, hold on, let me get it right. 1, 2, 3. Day 4 of me showing up, y'all. Day 4, everybody in the room, welcome. See, Toya mover, y'all. That's how, when you enter a room, that's how you let TikTok know that you are engaging and that you are moving on this app, okay? So I did want to get into some tips tonight. Let me just get my little setup, good. I'm gonna just turn up my little music, because I learned a lot. And the number one thing is don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nothing stop you. I was in that hospital for 5 hours. 5 hours too long. Heal by touch. Welcome. For everybody grabbing their Daily Heart Me's. I appreciate you. And I was like, you know what? It's not that bad. It's pink. Okay, so tip number 1. We're gonna jump right into the sauce. When you are brand new to live, you can go to your settings before you do anything, and you can go scroll down and go to practice mode. It's going to literally teach you every single thing that you want to know. Okay, when you first go live, you start in the D League, right? And so thank you, Heal by Touch. Thank you for sharing that live quality. I see you. Thank you. I appreciate you. So yes, what did I say? My bad, y'all. I be trying to read this thing and keep up with my thoughts at the same time. Okay, yes, so you start in the D League. All right, so you have shields and fragments. Fragments are literally just, for layman's terms, your diamonds. Okay, that's your coin. That's how you make your money when you go live. So it's sectioned though. Thank you. Thank you, Heal by Touch. I appreciate you. Hi, The Real Zay. Welcome back. You have also spent the block on your girl. And so, as like I said, when you doing fragments, it's broken up into sections. So each time you meet that fragment goal or that diamond or gift goal, then you go up in your fragments and move up to the next league. So right now, let me see, if you click your name, so you could click my name and see, right? Let's see, I could see mine, but it's usually right here at the top of the screen. Oh, there it is, I see it. Okay, so in daily ranking. Okay, so at the bottom in daily ranking, I can see where it says 483.7k diamonds to reach number 99. Boom. But I'm not worried about that. What I'm gonna go to is where it says League D4, which is what I'm in, and it lets me know that I have 222 diamonds to go to make the top 20% in D4, because I was in D5. That's where you start as a new live host, and then you move up. So right now, like I said, I have one more fragment to go to move up, and so you hit that by going live. It's the only way you can. And so each league encourages you to get bonuses. Hi Zandria. Hi everybody. Thank you for tapping that screen, y'all. Hi Asia. Welcome. Grab your daily heart me, y'all. When you enter the room, make sure that's the first thing you do to let TikTok know that you are in the room and that you're moving, so it can clock your engagement and give you your engagement points. Okay, so yes, as you go up that league, you get what's called live rewards incentives. They have a live rewards incentive program. Hey friend, how you doing? And in this program, you literally get bonuses. So for example, when I moved up from D5 to D4, my live, based on like the coins I made, I got a bonus. So I had reached like 100 and let's say like roughly $150 in the 4 days that I've been going live, right? Okay, on top of that, it gave me, what was it? It wasn't a lot because I'm still growing, but it was like 1386 or something like that. So roughly, you know, you added up, my take home was like 170 something, and you get paid every single Wednesday. So you're literally incentivized. Hey T, welcome to the chat. I see you sending no poplars, getting your girl pushed off to the FYP. Yes, if you go into anybody room, y'all, they would, if you're gonna send like, you know, like the penny coins or whatever, they would much rather you send the poplars, because that gets them pushed out to the FYP. Now all support is support. Like, you can't be mad. The people are helping you regardless, okay? We all want our coin. But to help that creator, to help them get pushed out, the poplars do the job. Appreciate you, girl. Yes. Girl, they thought they was gonna stop me. I said never. But you know what's crazy? I said I was gonna start like, you know, just telling the word of God, spreading his goodness, sharing my testimonies. And I have been doing that. And I feel like the attacks have been on 10 lately. Because that's how it's do. As soon as you get a platform and you get in your groove and you say, okay, Lord, I'm about to do my big one. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the platform to speak. And that's when the devil try to creep in, because he want to shut you up. He want to shut you down. He want to discourage you. And he took my good hand too. But that's okay, because I'm still here. Yes, T, yes. It hit me like a wave. I said, really? When you know I'm about to do a gospel DJ set, you want to shut me down? Really? You know we's about to be praise and worship in the room. You know we about to congregate. We about to praise and worship. And you know the frequency of God. You know how powerful it is. You don't want that to happen. I said, oh, okay. And that's why it's going to happen anyway. I'm going to pray every night. I'm going to do all the things I got to do. You finally made it to my life. Hi, Ty. Thank you. I appreciate you. Y'all, shout out to Ty for coming out, because she literally did not have to. And I remember she said that she was, and then she is. So I appreciate you for keeping your word. But yes, y'all. Okay. So I was explaining the leagues. So like, as you know, they matter both in, thank you, Ty. with the shiny air balloon. Oh my God. Thank you, Ty. Lord. Wow. Thank you, Ty. Jeez, y'all. Look. I'm back in my testimonies already. I'm torn. I'm gonna switch back and forth between teaching and preaching, okay? Like I said, I have not been on here a long time. Thank you for those populares, Asia. But I have, well before I ever decided to actually go live and hit that button and get on here and do my thing and really just try it out and see what happens. I was in the TT streets and I was showing love and giving back and doing all the things that they say and trying to grow and in the engagement lives and etc. And it really do. Thank you for the thank you, Ty. Thank you. Like I'm so grateful, y'all. That's Ty is doing the things of the testimony that keep happening to me, and I only been going live for 4 days, y'all. Like I said, I've been in these TT streets, but I only been going live for 4 days. So use me as an example. If you are afraid, but you know you doing your due diligence, and you putting in your hard work, and you going out and you being kind to people, and you doing all the things. Like, I'm gonna have my subby stickers real soon. Like, actually tomorrow. That is my word. My subby stickers will be here tomorrow. I wanted to do them today, but my hand got taken out. And it's my dominant hand, so yes. So I need time, but tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm gonna do all the things, put them subby stickers together. Me and ChatGPT, we've been working. But also, now that I see the sub, I want to let you know that I actually will be creating a Discord, and I'm going to be sharing all the tools that I know to thrive in TikTok shop, to thrive with going viral. I haven't got in my true content bag. I have been really procrastinating, but I do have the tools, and I am going to share them specifically with my subscribers. So I thank you so much, Ty, for tapping in with me. So yeah, I will keep y'all updated on all of that. But yes, hi Rasta. He put that, oh, y'all know this song? Hold on. He put that fire in your soul. His love is the reason, to keep on believing. When you feel like giving up, when you feel like giving in, His love is the reason, to keep on believing. Hey, you know the song. Y'all love this song. But yes, y'all, I appreciate everybody that's here. Again, with the fragments, I'm walking back. So we was talking about the leaves, okay? And I was talking about how you, thank you, D Echoes. I appreciate you. Thank you for the rose. A rose for a rose. Thank you for the love you. Appreciate you. Hey, J Spicy. Look, y'all. Some of the folks in this room are people that I was just engaging with the other day, just engaging with today, and they already back showing love. So I appreciate it. Thank you for your daily heart, me Spicy. Thank you. So yes, my point is, it comes back full circle, y'all. Okay, it may not seem like an easy thing to do, and it can seem nerve-wracking, but as long as you're really connecting with people, that's what it's about. How you doing, Spicy? That's what it's really about. It's about connection. It's about community. When you hear the people who have got it out the mud, they not lying to you when they say connection, and connection with the right people. Spicy didn't have to come and show love, okay? But she's returning the love. I visited her room earlier. They was so locked in. It's the only reason I stepped away. I said, y'all was doing y'all thing. My mans was in the barbershop. Y'all was cracking jokes. I was like, no, they in there. Y'all was locked in. I'm good. Like I had a little disaster earlier in the kitchen. I literally had picked up the glass and it just broke in my hand completely. It is sliced right through my knuckles, so I had to go and get wrapped up. But I'm back like I never left. I was praying. I'm like, Lord, like please don't let this, take away from my live tonight. I was like, I hope I get out of here on time. And they called me like this, and I was a room full of people. My insurance ain't no better than this, but they called me for this hand. Maybe like I was there a little time, but from the people that was still sitting there, I got called. They stitched me up, got me out. I was on my way home. I was able to get on. Yes, please share the live, y'all. Anybody in here, I do want this to be an engagement live. That is what I'm growing to. Like I said, I will have some DJ nights. We're gonna have some praise and worship nights. Okay, we can even have some times when we go through the scriptures. So that'll be all with my subgroup, because I know those are the people that are locking in with me for the right reasons. Okay, not everybody to be open to it, but the people who I would actually allow on the panel to come and really work with me, so we can do that. And then, like I said, I'm going to actually have the Discord and my subbies to be able to talk about everything I have learned. So I do date a business owner, and I have been behind his business for a long time, and it is pretty successful, okay? I don't really want to get into numbers like right now, but let's just say I have learned the tools of operating it online and socials, and it works with any social. I personally grew my own IG to 80K people thus far, and I barely touch it. I'm barely on it, but I do know like how to get that viral stuff going, and I know the tools, I know the AI, etc. So I'm going to be teaching all of that in my Discord. Thank you for sharing the live. Help us on the way. Thank you. Anybody that's sharing the live, anybody that's tapping that screen, anybody that has showed me love thus far, anybody who is moving in the room, commenting, engaging, doing all the things to help get this live pushed out. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Asia. You said you was summoned. Hello, Jay Santana. Welcome. It was a good summoning, I promise. Thank you for the follow, Brian. Thank you, everybody that's in the room. Okay, so I'm walking back. We were talking about the leagues. Okay, I'm finally back there. So I explained fragments for anybody who was in here. Those are basically just your diamonds. That is just how much you make. So after so many fragments, you get a shield in your league. You get 3 shields per league. Those shields help you to be able to step away if you don't go live and you don't complete your diamond goal. The shields are your protection, so you have to pay attention to them, and you have to go live to rank them up. Okay, so let's say I decided I didn't want to go live the next day, or maybe what if I had to rest? What if they gave me medication and I couldn't? I have 2 shields protecting me right now. Oh, to walk in the door, getting off work? Absolutely. Okay, no, Asia, never gotta apologize to me. Do what you gotta do. I will be here. Yes, the fragments. Okay, so they count not just in your lives to protect you from ranking up, because remember, as you rank up, you get more rewards. But also they help you if you battle. So I have been learning like the whole battling thing, and it goes hand in hand in there, because you're incentivized to do that as well. You get paid more, you get like more like tools to use for your team. So it's so many different things that TikTok put on here for us to use, so that way we get the maximum benefit from the entire gifting experience. Because people think that TikTok takes 50%, but they actually take 60. I know. Wow. So make sure you know that, because I don't want you to be looking like, oh, okay, well, such and such said this, how come only this happened? So it's just something to be mindful of. Also, when it comes to any type of live that you want to do, from my experience, what I have learned is that timing does matter. I went one live in the daytime, like early in the morning, because you're catching everybody that's going into work. And so there's just anybody that's like starting a live stream journey, but it's not like, like you're still climbing. So the morning time, like I said, you got the people that's going to work. So they are in the car, they're just listening. They don't engage that much. But then your afternoon traffic is your best traffic. So anywhere between 12 to like 2, because they on lunch, and then 4, 6, etc. they're getting off. And the days matter too. So I've been doing the nighttime, and the nighttime on Friday and Saturday is shaky, only because people are outside. They are, they're partying, they hanging out, whatever they're doing. So the best times to stream is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Between anywhere between 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. for viewership. Anywhere between 12 and 7 p.m. for engagement. Thank you, Jay Santana. Anybody that liked the live, grab your daily heart me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let me just take a look at who is in here, y'all. Let me see 1 second. Jay Santana, Vanessa, and Donnie. Hi, Donnie. Hi, Vanessa. So, yes, my experience has been pretty wonderful. I am still growing, right? I was wondering, how has your experience been? I saw you were on the panel earlier, Spicy. Because sometimes I do panels, it just depends on like who is in the room. Did you already know those individuals, or how did that come about? Because I noticed that he was on the, he was doing a haircut or something. Hi, Haley. Hi, Michelle. I'm gonna give y'all a free, a very, very free gem, okay? It's called Meedro, Meedro. Any niche that you said, which host was this? I think you were the host. Razor Bob? Yeah. It said that you were the host, but he was the big screen. Oh, Court. Is that his name, Court? Yeah, I was like, who is that? Oh, I also want to say that when you going live, your timing matters. I don't know if y'all are aware of that yet, but when you in D5, let me see if I can see where you are, Carter. Yeah, you need somebody that's helping you, manage for sure. I can't see your league, but 25 minutes or more is the recommended timing to be live in D5. And I think as you rank up, then you only have to do, then you have to do an hour. And then when you get to the A League, you have to do 2. Yeah, but right now, 25 minutes or more, and you win it. So I come on and make sure that I get my, I have around 6 months that are quick to drop people. Oh, wow. I don't have no mods, and the one that, I guess I do have one, but the one that I do have is my sister-in-law, and she does not. She does not get on here. So I'm like, girl, I'm gonna have to change that up, because she never is on here. Yeah, and it's not like I don't know a lot of people, because I feel like I do. I feel like I've learned and met enough people on here to have mods. But I also feel like people are very picky as well too. So that's why your connections are super important. I'm still working out the logistics. I feel like I know how to grow on social media, but especially behind the scenes. But I'm still learning in the actual live, face to face, So That part is a challenge, but I have invested into my life because I know that I want to grow. I know I want to DJ, all those things. So I feel like because this is a business, you really do have to treat it like that. I would say with panels for women, having all men panels can be bad for business. Really? Now, what makes you say that? Is it because of perception? I know like perception is reality, but is it because women can be funny, or like what is the? It's because men want to come in and because of the male egos. they want to be the one that got your eye when they come in the room. So they like, oh, she already preoccupied. He said some be wild and the men. And then it just depends too. I go to those. Hi, Nikki. Nikki's Pilates digital coach. Oh, I want to show you something. I had to. I am working on my Pilates, okay? I got my little mat and everything. Yes. Because I was doing the one thing up the street. I forget what it's called, though. I wasn't doing it long because I ain't like leaving my house. But it's basically like you go to a class and everybody in there, they got like the balls and like the pulleys, and it was fun, but I only did it like 3 times. Thank you for grabbing. I think you grabbed your thing, honey. Thank you. Thank you for liking the live, y'all. Hi, Phoenix. So yes, it went for men to leave because they feel you uncomfortable. Yeah. So when you have the panel of the men, though, are they people that you know? Like, are they friends, or how is that? Because I guess as a woman, I would be maybe a little uncomfortable if my whole thing was just men too. Unless I just like knew them like that, or they was that cool, or we were always kind of kicking it like that. Oh, your mods. Well, if they your mods, then they people that you have, curated. Then thank you for the Go Populars, Nikki. Thank you. You said, hold on, I gotta scroll. Dang, this thing move fast. I see why you need moderators. Say I'll be doing Pilates class from home. Oh yes. Drag me to the Pilates, okay? I say I need all that, especially being a mom and a stay-at-home mom. I'll be in the house, and you don't realize before you know it, you get used to being a couch potato. You get used to not really moving around unless your baby needs something, or unless you have to do something to clean the house. But just like exercising or prioritizing your own health, sometimes that can be challenging because you're always thinking about what you got to do. Like, oh, I got to take care of the baby. Oh, I have to work on my business. Oh, I have to do my work from home. So it's a lot of things. I'm being invited to co-host, but I don't know. Hold on, what is happening? I want to accept, but Danny, I don't know what that means. What do it mean? My friend was inviting me to co-host. I feel like I should go up there, but it's gonna cut off mine. That's the only thing. Say yes. See, you understand. You said, what is health? Health is no. Health is not cutting your hand at 11 in the morning. The way I screamed for my life in that hospital. Wow. The doctor was like, don't you have children? I'm like, aren't you putting a needle through my womb from one side to the other? And you asking me why I'm hollering? She talked about some close your mouth. I screamed. Anyway. So what did I do? Yeah. So I literally was just holding a glass and it broke in my hand. But to give it more context, it came directly out of hot water. So maybe it already had a crack I didn't see. I don't know. Or maybe it was just because the water was so hot and it's a thinner glass. So that kind of heat made it break as soon as I touched it. I'm not sure of the physics on it, but I know that it literally broke immediately as I picked it up. But when it broke, my reflex kicked in because I thought I was dropping it, but really it literally just went clean through my right through my knuckle. So it was like, I mean, not my knuckle, but is this my knuckle? This part, it went clean through here. So yeah, that's what happened. I got your hot water. Yes. And it, like I said, it wasn't the thickest glass anyway. It was kind of the cheaper brand. So that mug broke on me because this is it, and I'm realizing that it really is this type of cup or whatever glass. Maybe it's not full glass. I don't know, but I do know that it has happened to me 3 times, and I should have learned my lesson then and threw them out because it could have been one of my babies, you know. So I should have learned my lesson then, but instead it got me. But I'm glad it was me and not our little people. So I'm like, okay, it's meant for me to get rid of those cups because this is the 3rd time, but this is the only time I got hurt. Yeah, I know, right? Big ouch. I was devastated. And so, because I want to do a DJ set on the 30th, I'm whipping the board back out after 2 years because I was DJing before. So I was working at a law office in the daytime, and then at nighttime, I was working at a hookah joint, and I was working at a rooftop bar. And yeah, and so I was doing that on my weekends. But yeah, I'm just slowly getting back. Thank you for the donut, Nikki. Thank you for liking the live. For the most part, this journey is not as bad as I thought it would be, because I feel like the people in your life kind of help you keep going. When you feel like you're running out of stuff to say, or you feel like you're losing energy. And plus, I love to talk. Some people got the gift of gab. I am one of those people. I have to get the gab. When I have people to feed off of or energy that's like giving me energy, it's easy for me to give it back. Yeah. Girl, we about to be in a Pilates class getting down. I really can't wait. I think it'll be so fun to exercise on live. Even when I do my DJ thing, I think I want to have like a little mini hustle session where I encourage people and I'm actually giving back. You know what I'm saying? So I'll send like gifts for the people that get on the panel and hustle. I've just been thinking of different ways to like make it fun, you know. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Thank you. Thank you, Spicy. You're so beautiful. I was looking like at your page earlier because remember I came in and I saw you live first, and I immediately ran to your page and I was like, okay, let me engage right quick. Yeah, and then life happened and I got offline. You're welcome. It said, or hot yoga. What is hot yoga? Have y'all ever tried yoga? I actually have tried it. When I went to Vegas, there were like people doing an excursion for yoga on the beach. So I went and did that little sunrise yoga. It was actually really nice. It was really calming. The sun was like, barely out, but it was climbing, so it felt good. It was really top tier. It was really good. Said yoga in the heat. No, that's why we had to catch it before the sun came all the way up. I think they know that the Vegas heat is crazy. It's crazy. I wouldn't even want to have been out there. I'd have been like, wrap this up. It's hard to want to exercise when you hot, but not from like the heat, not from the exercise. Like you just hot. Like that would be discouraging for me because I'm like, I'm sweating before I did anything. Like, not about to dehydrate me. No. The last time I've been to the gym, y'all, was when was the last time I've been to the gym? See, that's my point. I ain't been to the gym in a long time. Yep, I'm past due. And still not gonna go. That's the part. I'm still not gonna go. Y'all, I seen the sweetest thing earlier. And this is a random story, but it was a lady named Miss Caroline. It was her first time going live on here, and I don't know where them folks came from, y'all, but they showed up and they showed out, and I was just like, Caroline is a real engager, okay? Because I'm like, when people actually show up, it's because I feel like they've seen you before. And she went live, like I said, she went live in the booming hours though. So it was like around, it was before I took my nap because I thought I was gonna be okay initially after I cleaned myself up. So it was around 2 and 3. You said I am good with with strength, not flexible. I am plank off it. That's funny. I have a balance. I feel like after having children, my wrist got a little weaker. I don't know if it's just me though, but I feel like my wrist got a little weaker. And I feel like my just everything not as strong as it used to be, like my arms in general. Did you say seal? What is just give me Jesus? I don't know about that seal. Just give me Jesus. What's up, y'all? I said we just kicking in, we just vibing. They said the seal says hi. What do a seal sound like? I don't know. What do a seal sound? Is that a walrus? I don't know. But hello, seal. Thank you, Loon. Thank you for liking the live. Anybody, if you in here, please grab your daily heart. Means, like I said, it helps FYP know that I'm in here, and it helps TikTok give you engagement points for anything you do in any live, not just this one. Hey T, welcome back. Girl, I missed you. I missed you. Picked up your hubby. Okay, I know that's right. Thank you for the follow. We meet and goes. With that, I just have to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for my little Corgi. First of all, I love Corgi. He's super cute. But secondly, you have just helped me meet my goal and my league, and so I can move up now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I thought about it because I know, like I said, it helps you. It's how you eat. It's how you feed your family. So I was like, man, I really hope I get this little diamond so I can move up. But you know, it's like you don't know how it's gonna come, so you just gotta, wish for the best. And if a stranger come and blesses you, you just be grateful, thank God, and thank them. Answer me this. I made him lunch. Are we talking? Wait a minute, honey. Walk me through this. Okay. So you said, and answer me this. I made him lunch. He has been. Thank you for following me, Ariana. I'm gonna follow you back. Like I said, when I leave my live, I go through my list. I make sure everybody's a real person. I go to their page and I hit that follow button. Say I made him lunch. He has been coming back home and not eating them. Well, okay. Let's really dissect what you have said here, friend. Why is he not eating them? And why is it a situation of who's wrong or right? I want to be on your side, love. I really do, but it's two sides to every story, and you have to have his side before you go to combat. That's just how a partnership works. I'll let you know. But like I said, I have to know that maybe what is the reason? Is he too busy at work? Is he not getting enough downtime? Is he stressed out and he's not getting to the food while he's at the job? You know what I'm saying? Is there something going on upstairs where it's like maybe in that environment he don't feel comfortable enough to eat? It's just different reasons why people don't touch their food. Sometimes I don't eat when I'm stressed. So I have lost I'm literally 109 right now. I was 128 at the beginning of this year, but I have been working in overdrive trying to, just work on myself, because with a new baby, it is like, God, I'm working on a new human and raising them and trying not to lose yourself in the process. It's not easy. So I just know. Welcome back, Donnie. I know you in and out. I must keep popping up somehow. They say he does be busy, but I be trying to make him stuff to eat fast. Okay, so we know that he doesn't really have a lot of time to spare to maybe sit down and eat. But so what is your issue? Why are you upset? Are you offended that he's not eating the food that you're making for him? Is that what it is? Is it like is it a pride thing happening right now? Where you're like, I keep making you food, you're not eating it. Like, what's your problem? Like, is that what's happening? Because I get it. I know you feel like I'm doing the wife things. I'm putting in the effort. And you feel like it's going in vain when he's not eating it. Is that it? Yes, because, baby, you're not wasting your time when you made it with love. You're not wasting your time. Here's why. Yes, you better eat that food. I understand, friend. But at the end of the day, when you signed up to be that partner and that wife, and you was like, I'm going to take on them roles and them duties, we doing it regardless, whether they eat it or not. We doing it regardless, friend. Because it's the thoughts. When you made that food, you did it with love. Because you wanted to put it in his belly. You wanted him to eat. You didn't want him to be without food for work. So as long as your intentions was good, your mind was right, your heart was pure, don't be mad about that food. You did your part. You did your part. Let's have a chat. Tell me what your favorite gift is. Hi, Linda. Welcome to the chat. I don't know what my favorite gift is. I accept all gifts, big, small, wide, large. It don't matter. All gifts, I welcome all gifts. I appreciate it. And welcome to my life. He said, I know, girl. I know deep down in your spirit you want to be turned up. I know you did. Because we human at the end of the day. And we gonna go through ego and pride first. But then when you put that aside and you look at the bigger picture, you like, no, I'm just being a really good partner. I'm just doing the things and making sure that my man good. And whether or not they do the rest, that's on them. But you did your part. Look, I'm neutral because I've been there. Well, look, I'm about to walk you through a scenario, okay? I was talking about me losing weight because I just went to the doctor today. And I was like, dang, am I that stressed? And I was like, it's not even really stress for real. I just been in grind mode. I've been in my computer from the time I wake up to go to bed. I don't even be realizing, like, I feed my baby, I do this and that. And then it's like, oh, dang, I just ended up not eating. Not because I didn't want to, but because I've been so channeled in. But that's not healthy, right? So I was like, okay, I'm going to start back taking my protein shakes. I'm going to start back making my breakfast and doing the things because I was like, it don't. Hi, welcome to the club. Thank you for grabbing your daily heart, Miloon. Thank you. It say become number 48 fan. No, I don't know exactly all what that part means, but I know enough to know that it's a good thing and you are helping my life. So I appreciate you. Thank you. And so yes, he ordered the food, right? And he ordered pizza and chicken. Excuse me. And when it came to the door, I went, got it, and brought it in. And I didn't start eating immediately because I watched him go to the couch. And I was like, why you buy the food, all that food, and then you're not going to eat none? Because I like to eat dinner together. I don't want to eat alone. Like, I want to sit at the table. I want to eat with you. So he went to go lay down. He was like, nah, baby. He's like, I want you to eat. I'm like, but it's enough for both of us. He was like, I bought that for you. And so it was like, I wanted to be upset, but in reality, he didn't even care about the fact that it was more than enough in there. He didn't even care that it was way more than what I could eat. He just did it so that way I could have some food immediately because he heard me talking about my weight. So yeah, sometimes we just do the things that, we just do the things. That's what partners do. Hi, Jessica. Welcome. Thank you. Big hair, don't care. Thank you. Hi, Michael. Thank you for the follow. You say it's popping. Girl, I just be on here. You new here? Hi, Danielle. Thank you for being new here. First of all, congratulations. Y'all have made it to the garden club, okay? This is the Rose Garden. So when y'all see this live, give me about a week because I'm waiting for all my materials to come. But this is going to be a DJ live, a praise live, and it's going to be a teaching live, okay? For my subbies, I'm going to be giving direct links, AI tools, viral tools, and everything that I have learned about TikTok Shop. And I'm not talking about just the affiliate. I'm talking about being on the side as where people go to shop products and they're yours. I'm going to be teaching that. So yes, that is going to be my entire sub. They're going to get the tea. I'm going to have some sub only lines, etc. And then we're going to have like little parties and stuff. We're going to meet and we're going to have motivation days. So I'm in my scheduling, okay? This is only my 4th time being here, Danielle. So I'm in the works. I'm putting it together. Like I said, my good hand has been a little hurt, but I just need a little time to put the things together. So, but when I do, thank you for the gift, love. Thank you. I want to see. I wish I could see names when these things happen, but I didn't see it. But who is that? I want to see it. I like to shout y'all out when y'all show me love in here. It say invitation. Just ignore me. I'm still figuring that part out. Thank you for the gift, Danielle. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the rose. Thank you. All the love in here, y'all. I appreciate you. Anybody who tapped that screen since they've been in here, I appreciate you. Anybody sending comments in here, I appreciate you. Anybody who sent your daily heart me in here, I appreciate you. Anybody who shared that live today, I appreciate you. And anybody who is just staring at that screen, I still appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, y'all. Y'all see this little flashlight in my glasses? Look, when I say I invested in myself this week, that won't be here in a minute. This background, y'all, get you somebody that really supports you. Get you somebody that really supports you. I say that because, y'all, when I told my partner, I said, baby, I have the potential on here to make a nice income and support our family, right? I said, I have a good potential to make impact. I said, there are people on here who want to praise and do all the things too. There are people on here that are not afraid to talk about God. I said, there are people who want a real community and who want to be locked in with people who are as authentic as themselves. I said, there are people on this community who want to share love and be supported, who have dreams and goals that they are not afraid to work towards. And he was like, baby, if you feel that strong about it, he was like, let's really do it then. I was like, okay. So I went on live. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Nikki. So I went on live, and when I had he saw my little background, he went on his phone to look at how it looked. And he was like, I like it, baby. He was like, but I think we could do better. I was like, what you mean? He was like, I was scrolling some examples. I said, dude, thank you for the follow, Lisa. Welcome to the room. This is the garden, y'all, where we grow and we bloom and we love and support one another. Like I said, I am rooted in my faith. So when I call this the garden, I consider my roots, okay? Because that is what carries me, and that is how I bloom. That is how I grow, by staying planted. I said, I just know it's bad for your lashes. Hold on. I missed the chat. I'm like, what are the girls talking about? Hold on. Oh, yes, T. I'm talking about my man. He went on his live to watch my live to see how it was looking. And he was like, okay, I like the pink. He was like, but I think that we could do it better. So I asked him what he mean. He was like, well, aren't you calling your show the garden? I was like, yes. He was like, well, let's make it a garden in here. And I was like, for real? He was like, yes. So, okay, I didn't say this part about him, but I did say I dated an entrepreneur. Thank you. I appreciate that. Brittany. I'm about to call you Via Matonia. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I maybe shouldn't say that, but Brittany for sure. So, yes, I went online and I was trying to show him like these little things, or like these little wall things, like they look like grass. And when he saw it, I'm gonna turn back on my music, y'all. But when he saw it, he was like, oh, that's really nice. And he came on TikTok Shop, y'all, and he gave me this idea. Still the idea. I encourage you to take this idea. It's a banger, okay? He was like, babe, aren't you an affiliate? Because, you know, at 5K or more, you become a TikTok Shop affiliate where you can sell certain items. You're limited. But when you get to 10K, which I have not achieved yet, but we climbing. When you get to 10K, you are an official full-scale affiliate, which means you have access to all the items and you can sell all of those. Yes, I love that grass panel. So he was like, but here's the kicker. He said, build your studio right in the living room, because that helped me be able to hear the baby upstairs still. If I'm down here in this emergency, whatever, I can still hear her. So he was like, build your studio right in the living room. He was like, find all the things that you want on your TikTok shop. He was like, and then when you go live, attach all the items from your studio in the shop, like the little carts. So he was like, so people can buy the things from your studio that they like directly from the shop. I said, you did your big one. Right? I was like, he up to something. But he always thinking business. Always thinking business. So I have learned a lot from him because he's been an entrepreneur since he was 16. And so they have been, him and his family now, 35 years in business, but he's no longer the foreman. He runs the company now. You know, his dad got too old and now he, you know, obviously taking over things like that. But he does like reconstruction and remodeling. So he's going to build me a studio right here in my living room. And I'm so excited, y'all. I'm so excited. Welcome back, Asia. Said you have the right person. Yes, yes. I have not worked a physical job because I was sick during my pregnancy. So that's pretty much my story. I had hyperemesis gravidem when I was pregnant, and I was throwing up 12 to 13 times a day. So I had to force quit. Legally, your job cannot fire a pregnant person. It goes against discrimination laws. I was working for a law firm, so I knew that they could not fire me legally. I had a meeting with my office manager, and we left on really good terms. She was like, you know what, we love you here. We appreciate, you know, all your time. You can always come back. They have invited me back this year, but I didn't go because I was on my entrepreneur journey by then. So, you know, I said, thank you. I appreciate y'all, but I have moved on to a different venture now. So I said, I'm going to do that from now on. Thanks. You're welcome, Jessica. 1 second, y'all. I'm just scrolling down. But yeah, so it's a work in progress. I'm super excited because I feel like I never look at where I'm at. I always look at where I'm going, and I hope that y'all do the same thing. Like, I know that everybody's progress is not linear, so you know, all of our journeys, we all going to a certain destination, and you know, we got bumps and curves and battles, but don't let nothing stop you. If you want this, keep going after it. I have seen miracles be worked on this app. I have seen miracles be worked for myself and for others. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all something. My first day going live, I made literally $50. I was just in here minding my business, and some people came out of West Bloomfield. I don't know. And they blessed this live, y'all. And that was day one. By day two, there was $100 being thrown in my room. Okay. And I know for some people that's like, oh, that's a little bit, you know, it's people making thousands. But for me, it was everything because it showed potential. It showed potential. All right, T. I appreciate you. See you tomorrow. Like I said, I don't have like too much longer, but because you only have to do when you in the rank that I'm in, which is y'all, we have leveled up since I've been on this live. I have leveled up to D3. Y'all help me with my ranking, y'all. We in D3. I'm so excited. Thank you for liking the live. I will see you tomorrow, bestie. Hold on. I think I'm inactive. Okay. Am I back? Did it freeze? I hope it didn't freeze. But yes, the things just happen over time. That's why I encourage people, because for me, I will say like, oh, like to laugh here and there, share out the laugh here and there, but ultimately, I just like to let people do what they want to do. Like, I know you gotta encourage people, but I like to let people do what they want to do. Thank you for sharing the live, y'all. I cannot wait. And I'm thinking about going live a little earlier, just so I can catch the after work crowd, because going live like late at night, like I said, I know people are in bed and they got work in the morning. So that's what I was saying, when you go live, your time, it actually does matter. I might have to move my schedule to 8 p.m. because by then my baby is still up. But at least her dad will be home, so I have somebody to kind of, like be with her. So we'll see how that goes. I might change the schedule just to catch the earlier crowd. But I don't know. I like the nighttime too, because it's so chill. Yeah, that's what I said. It's a good time. Yeah, it's not too late. And then as soon as I get off, I'll be putting my baby to bed, and then I'll be able to go to bed too. So that time, the 8 p.m. might actually work better for me and my baby. So hi, Love Marie. Hi, Lisha. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate y'all. Like I said, I know I'm a little beat up right now, but thank you. It's at 8 p.m. to upload content. Oh, no, Alicia, I was saying to go live. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for your daily heart, me, Asia. So, yes, Alicia, when you upload content, you want to do that, I would say either at nighttime, like between 2, 3 in the morning, actually, because everybody waking up in the morning is gonna like see that content, and all them late people that's up. But look, but there's a trick to that. Do that on the weekend. And just try it out. So between like 1 and 2 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, post some late night content. It get really good engagement because people are, coming back home from the club. They're not really going to bed yet. They still up. They trying to party. See, yeah, Asia, it does work. And then on your Sunday, anything after between 2 p.m. and 9 p.m. is good hours, because that's just enough time for people getting out of church, doing all the things, whatever they're doing. Some people, maybe going to lunch with their family or whatever. But them hours between there, before right up to 9 p.m., booming. Monday through Thursday, the best hours for posting content is especially Monday and Tuesday, early in the morning. People are looking for a mode. You're welcome, Lou. You're welcome. Oh, we're gonna call you Marie. I like that. It's a pretty name, Marie. So in Monday and Tuesday, your best times to post is in the morning. The Monday is that day people are looking for motivational content. Thank you for your heart, me. So whenever you want to, get the ball rolling on the Monday, send it in the morning. The other time on the Monday, because usually people don't have a lot of going on Monday, is right before that bedtime mark, so between 7 and 9 p.m. Then for Tuesday, people still kind of getting in the groove, so you can do the same thing early mornings up until 12, because at lunchtime people just want to scroll. So Tuesday, by then people is in their groove, okay? They not tired no more. They ready to get to hump day. So yeah, that window, whatever make your most engaging content starting Tuesday. By Wednesday, that can be your slower stuff. That's hump day. People starting to get their plans together, figure out what they're doing for the weekend. But for those days, I would personally post between 4 and 8 p.m. ish, because they still got work, and you can't forget they still going to work the next day. So I'd like to post affirmations. That's perfect. For your morning crowd, affirmations are perfect. And for your people who maybe look for motivation before they go to bed, because even sometimes I like to be very intentional about what I watch and about what I'm internalizing before I go to sleep. That's how I used to study too. Like when I was in college, I literally would just do all my studying at nighttime, so that way it's it's actually going in my subconscious, and I'm sleeping on the thoughts. So when I wake up, it'll be like brand new. I will always study before I go to bed, so it'll be fresh on me. So yeah, your motivational and your affirmations, morning, nighttime. Let me see, your hype stuff, always, any, I would say your hype stuff, afternoon, always afternoon. Do you recommend having a niche? So yes, I do. So like I was telling one of the subs earlier, so I do cash and clarity, and where I specifically teach how to niche anything, right? So I'm gonna do that over here with my subs, but I'm gonna just say that far as the niche, make sure it's something that you really care about. That's what I can say, because you can be the niche. You can be the niche. Don't let people lie to you and say that you can't, or that lifestyle is not. You welcome for the advice. But yes, don't let people tell you that you can't. Let me turn this down a little bit because I want to kind of get clarity on my thoughts right quick, because I do have some information for you. So 1 second. Okay. Thank you for liking the live, Brittany. So yes, when it comes to niche can be anything, but niche can have subcategories, and I think people forget about that. So for anything you post, any subject, any topic, you have what are called content pillars. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example. So in a past life, I trained dogs, right? All right. So let's say I'm the niche, but I train dogs too, right? Because your life is not a niche. You're multifaceted. You do many things in your life, but it's about how you present it and package it together that makes it okay. So it really has to be strategic how you blend it together. If you tell a story about different niches, then you become the niche, because now we're not just following the category, we're following your story that talks about your niches. You see, I hope that make a little sense. So again, back to the example. So let's say I'm a mother of one who has a dog, and because I had that dog, I had to learn how to train that dog, which led me to learning that I like to train dogs, right? Okay, so that is a part of my content pillar. Me being a mom is another subcategory of who I am. What else do? I do nails as well. So now that's another subcategory of who I am. So that's why I said, don't let people scare you or confuse you when they say, oh, you have to be a niche. So you just have to be about growth. You just have to be about business. You just have to be about hair. No, you don't. You could be about all the things. When you see influencers are getting different brand deals and they talk about hair, they talk about shoes, they talk about glasses and soaps and tech and all this stuff, do you think that them brands that's sending them that stuff care about that niche once that person have branded themselves properly? Absolutely not. If you learn how to brand you can sell anything. Your niche can be whatever you talking about, and them companies gonna bring that money. So it really, like I said, it really just comes down to how you package it. So if I were you, what I would do, because I know a lot of people talk about ChatGPT. You're welcome. So what I do is I do a balancing act between DeepSeek and ChatGPT. The reason why I like DeepSeek a little bit better is because I feel like DeepSeek is really going to get to the nitty gritty of the analytics that sometimes ChatGPT has to be coached to do. DeepSeek is going to get right to that. Thank you, Richie. I appreciate you. So yes, DeepSeek is another AI. And I'm being very transparent. It was an AI that I do believe was founded by China. I do believe. But when I say that it dives deeper than chat, and you have to, if you use, I don't say you have to, but I do. I use DeepSeek to coach my ChatGPT. So that way, so ChatGPT is a good help. It is, because it is an AI system that you can use to basically be the brains of your business. Do work smarter, not harder. Like I was sharing to my audience earlier. You're welcome, Brittany. So I was sharing with the audience earlier that a site that I like to use, and I do believe it costs, whether no matter what you're trying to grow, it's called Meeroo. So when you get some free time, please just look into it. Even if you want to pay for it, see if there's any free tools. I use it so much. I've just been in subscription forever. But you could type in any niche that you want. So what I would do in this order, okay? So first we're gonna go to first we'll go to DeepSeek and say, hey, these are my niches. Act as my brand manager. Use sales psychology. Act as my marketing manager, whose only goal is to get me views and conversion. Especially if you're talking about like being seen or like, you know, selling something. So it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're just trying to sell something, then you're gonna say, yeah, give me views and conversion. If you're just trying to grow as a content creator, then you say, okay, just get me views, because your focus is the video and getting retention time. So those are the things that you're gonna ask for: views, conversion, retention. Because and you're gonna ask for hooks, viral hooks, and maybe ask for anywhere between 5 to like 15 hooks, right? And then you'll say break those hooks into categories or a posting schedule. It's gonna do all the things. So if you literally, like, if you need it to be broken down into different categories, if you want to recycle it, say, hey, how can I use this one video, or whatever your video on your page is, you can use that. For example, say, hey, this is what the video was about, and look at your data. This is how many views it got. I want to remodel this without saying the exact same thing, so that way I can get even more viewership. So what you're asking the AI is to optimize that content, so that way you can make it better and get more viewership and hold their attention longer. So I'm gonna teach literally all this. Look, my subs, we finna go crazy. Because like I said, this is day 4 for me. And me being a new mom, I'm still adjusting. But when I say I know my stuff, I know my stuff. So I really haven't got started yet. I have, like I said, I don't even want to say procrastinating. It's just, I'm getting to it when I get to it. I'm one day at a time. So, but also, like I said, I'm gonna share a lot of free information as well. I am an open book, but I am a vault of information, especially when it comes to business and growing and all those things. So for me, I started as an artist and a poet. So I've always gone by Kairos. So my real name is Kelly, y'all. But I go by Kairos. That's my brand identity, right? So when I came on here on a different platform, I said, okay, I'm going to continue to brand Kairos. And so all my sets, like I said, my setup, my background, everything is going to be branded towards me, because I want to be the niche. I don't want to be put into categories. So I'm going to make subcategories of my life that are the most relatable and the most relevant to my everyday. Yeah. Do y'all have any more questions? I hope that was insightful, at least, or helpful. Hi, dearest. But yes, so for the most part, it's not hard having a niche. It's just that the people, okay, let's have a real moment. The people who, thank you, Aisha. Thank you for the subby. Y'all, subby stickers are coming tomorrow. They are coming tomorrow. Thank you for the subby. Cloud AI is better copywriter than ChatGPT and DeepSeek. Okay, see, welcome to the chat, Richie. Look, let's pin that. I'm not gonna challenge you on that, because I don't use Claude as often. I have used it though, but so please, can you share with me why you feel it's a better copywriter? I got you, a better copywriter. Yes, okay, yes, but I'm not using it as a I'm not using it as a copywriter. The DeepSeek, I'm literally just getting the basis of the foundation. So like I said, the content pillars, the roots, the overall, the subcategories, the titles, the names. I'm using it as the foundation. So if I was going to copyright, I would go to a brand that was thriving or a page that was thriving, and then yes, I could see you using Claude AI to basically put your stuff into that context, but it just regenerating the content for your brand style and for your brand niche and verbiage. So the tone of voice that your brand has. Thank you. Thank you, Lillian. Let's see. Thank you for liking the live. Hi, East Wave TV. Thank you for the Go Populars. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Like I said, we're just in here talking about, you know, the things that help you succeed online. Let me see. If I had this music on, I'd be having to turn it down and up sometimes, because, yeah. Sometimes be throwing my train of thought. Good night, East Wave. Good night, good night, good night. What time is it? It's 12:42. I still feel like some people waking up, though. I feel like some people waking up. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping in. So I cannot wait till this little light comes, because like y'all see, because I wear my glasses and I feel like contacts dry my eyes out. So I have bought I'm caught. But yeah, I have bought this light that I saw in the shop. TikTok be taking all my money. Thank you. Oh, look, I was up there. Thank you. Who is that? Let me see. Who just got there? Harvey. Was that Lacey? Thank you, Lacey. Oh, that's the Feminine Voice. Thank you, the Feminine Voice. So grab your daily heart me. Thank you for the follow cord. What kind of light is it? Yes. So it is a light that was the way it was branded to me was that it was perfect for people with glasses. Now, anybody can use it, but it's a circle light that you can put your phone in, and it doesn't give a glare on the way that the light is filtered. It's as if you ever seen a spotlight, like like the big square lights that they use on photo shoot sets. So it's a mini version of a photo shoot spotlight. That's the best way I can explain it. And it doesn't give a glare. It's perfectly formatted. Thank you. I appreciate that, the Feminine Voice. Yeah, so it's perfectly formatted to content creators who don't want that glare, in their videos, especially for those of us with glasses. Like, we don't want to walk around with like digital things on our face. So yeah, but I'm super excited because I know that this content journey it gets easier. Another thing I wanted to tell y'all about the niche is, you ever notice that the people that are telling you to go niche are the individuals that are copying and pasting the social media growth niche? I'll wait. Because I know y'all know it's true. The same people that's always telling us to niche down are the individuals who are in the same niche. So, I take those things with a grain of salt. It's easy for them to say that when they have already jumped into one of the most profitable, one of the most lucrative, one of the most broadest niches on this app. You say, thank you, Eastway. I appreciate that. Thank you for the likes, y'all. Thank you so much. Like, for this to be at 20.9K is really amazing to me. Thank y'all. Especially in day 4, I feel extremely, extremely, extremely blessed. Thank you for my hand heart. I'ma hold it. Thank you. I said all the love in here is really, really incredible. I always think that I'm gonna get on here, do my 25 minutes for the league purpose, and then be like, okay, well, it's not gonna, I don't know how it's gonna move. So, and then I'm surprised every time. I'm surprised every time. Thank you, and I love that I do have. I'm getting familiar. I think that's the best part that I love the most. I'm genuinely getting familiar with certain people because when you go to any room, how else do you build a rapport? How else do these creators get to know you, or you get to know them? How else do you really build your foundation if you don't never take some time, spend a little time, not all of your time. It's a thousands of millions of people on here. So yes, you have to make your rounds, but every now and then, I'll find creators, even myself, who I'm like, okay, I could stay a while and kick it with this person. Like I like their vibe. I like the things that they talk about. I like the feel of this individual. So every now and then I do find that in rooms, and I'm like, I'll stay a while, not kick it. So I appreciate y'all for staying a while and kicking it with me. And thank you for the hand hearts and the puffs and the go pop. Thank you for all the things. I appreciate you, East Wave. Let's say anything you do in this room is appreciated. Yeah, because I wasn't going to come on here, friend. I wasn't. I was hurt. I had so many plans today. I had so many plans. I said, okay. I keep all my books and all my notes and look, a million. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see what it say, and that's intentional. But I got so many things that I just look. I don't know if y'all can see this one. Let's see. Can y'all see this? Have a good time. Thank you. Much respect. Yeah. So I keep all my things, all my notes and everything. I got my whole office little setup over here. Let me just spin y'all around. And it was a little junky, but I'm gonna show y'all anyway. I'm look. I'm gonna show y'all my little look. I got everything over here. My microphones, y'all. I bought these. And I'm no longer a skeptic. But I have not dabbled in them. But this is sacred. So when you see copper rods, like real 100% copper rods, that's very sacred. They use them for different things. Some people use them for spirituality, to find, to speak to the light workers, right? To speak to those spiritual entities and everything. And when I was diving into my spirituality, because I do a spiritual podcast as well. I do a lot of things, y'all. But when I had really tapped in, and when I finally made it to my place of like esotericism and transcendency, and like really being able to like exit my body, when I really started having those experiences, I didn't need these. And I don't knock nobody that use them, because some people get their confirmation for things in different ways. But y'all, when I tell you, my confirmation started coming in waves, and just like signs through people, through numbers. Like I get confirmation from my spirit guides in a lot of ways, and I'm not taking away. Like I said, don't get me wrong, y'all. I believe God is the #1 creator of this universe. Okay, I've been non-denominational my entire life, but just in general, on a spiritual tip, I know that everything is connected, and a lot of us. I know it's a complete pivot, but a lot of us are disconnected sometimes from the things that we eat, the water, the air, chemicals. I know that our pineal gland has been calcified, and very intentionally. That's why you see babies come into this world, they are wide open, and babies are called sensitive. So your animals, your pure spirits are called sensitives. They can see the spirits that are actually of this world. And they be like, oh, who is that baby talking to? Is that the imaginary friend? No, they can just see the spirit guides that you cannot see, because you have been intentionally disconnected. And so even I cannot see them physically unless I'm in that spiritual plane where I'm going through my out of body experiences. That's the only time I can actually physically see these entities. And sometimes the experience is scary, sometimes it's pleasant. But I realized that's why I had to start being very intentional about the things that I was absorbing. When people saw me make that major transformation to God, like overnight, it was like, hey, like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, y'all don't understand. Like, I just left my body. I'm like, I just realized that the consciousness is spirit. That the spirit does not necessarily need the body to exist. So I'm like, without this body, the spirit lives on, like really does. It was more confirmation to me that God, aka in the spirit realm, is very real. So it just, I had so many revelations going through the things that I went through in that space. And I don't play with it anymore. Like the things that you say, like I said, the things I was absorbing when I was going through those episodes, and they were unpleasant and they were like scary, and I was seeing like kind of, I don't like to say the word, but when I was seeing things in the kind of the D realm, I realized it was because I was operating on a lower frequency. I was operating on a frequency that was of chaos. It was not pleasant. I wasn't being the kindness. I wasn't being, maybe wasn't really showing gratitude for the smaller things. I wasn't, like I said, just being as loving as I could, right? And we know that God is literally love, right? That's a spiritual thing. Your heart energy extends way more than the BS 5 feet that they tell you. You ever notice how, think about it like this, and I know some of y'all have experienced this. That's what I'm talking about, how far, and how much the level of which your heart extends to, and your frequencies, your thoughts, and everything. You've been in a mall or somewhere with a crowd of people. It's thousands of people, hundreds of people in that room, and you can look up and find the one person that's focused on you in that room. You ever, let's say you was thinking about somebody, then they call you in the moment that you're thinking about them? That's frequency. That's your spiritual antenna. And when you are in somebody are operating on the same frequency at the same time, you feel that connection. And people are like, oh, I can't explain it, or oh, it was a coincidence. No, it wasn't. Your spirit called them to the floor and they had to pick up the call. So they called you physically. Hey girl, I was just thinking about you. I was just talking about you. Yeah. Y'all was on the same wavelength at the same exact time. So I don't sleep on that heart energy. And that's why I watch what I say, because I know now that the karmic law gonna eat every time. And you will be thinking that you putting doom on somebody else. Every time you speak, the way karmic law is, what you put out is what you get back. That is the karmic law. You reap what you sow. Karmic law. And so those cliches, not cliches, they are literally laws of the universe. And when you start trying to bend them and make them go for your will, or you're going against them and think that you're about to get over, no, baby, it don't work like that. Karmic law says that what you put out, you're gonna receive. So that's why you'll hear in some cultures, like, more like Indian cultures, Chinese cultures, well, they'll say, don't talk negatively about other people. And I'm very aware of this now. When I was younger, I wasn't. But now, me being older, me being attuned to myself, I know now that keep it to yourself. When they say if you don't got nothing to say, don't say it. The reason why, I'm gonna give you an example, and it happens to me every time, because if you knew better, you do better. Again, a cliche, but it can't be cliche without truth, right? So you ever been like, we could use something small and then we can move up. So for me, let's say I go to stump my toe. I'm looking at the chair and I'm thinking in my mind, I'm gonna stump my toe. I've seen the outcome before I do it, and I still stub my toe. How did that happen? Because I thought it first. I told myself what I thought was going to happen, and then it happened. I got another example. As an artist, I used to perform all the time, get on stage. I'm about to get back into it, but there's neither here nor there. The point is, I would tell myself, like, I'm a choke. I get on the mic. I'm literally gagging on my own feet on the mic. Why? I told myself I was going to trip over my own 2 feet. Why? I caused my own demise because I created it in my mind's eye. I told myself it was going to happen, and then I created that frequency because that's what I put out. You put out, that's another thing. That's what I said, think before you speak, but try to think positive thoughts. Whenever I'm having a negative thought, you have to create barriers and interruptions for yourself, because you can literally create negative things in your life by just thinking it. Because the moment you think something, thought becomes what? Thought becomes action. So that is a frequency, your thoughts. So yeah, y'all, it's yeah, girl. More of the story though is I don't play about these. I know how to use them and they work. But I don't even like the ones with the wood. These are conductors, right? So this is the iron conductor. This is how they used to find water. So they would go, I don't know if y'all ever seen, but they would go outside and they would let them like kind of hang freely at a 90-degree angle and just let them swing. And so I'm just giving y'all the history of these. And when water was around, then these would swing, back and forth like this. So mines have the stones at the end for like protection and stuff, but I just don't, this amethyst. But I just don't use them, like I said, anymore because, like I said, the experience that I experienced, I realized very quickly that they're not to be played with. They're not to be played with. Hey, Jonathan. Welcome to the garden. I see you, girl. I appreciate you. Yes, hi, Jen. Welcome. So we just in here talking about spirituality, being attuned, understanding frequency, and that, just kind of busting some of the myths about spirituality. I don't know, do y'all have any questions for me? Because I could go on all day about this stuff. I could go on about the Torah, which is, the universal solar field, which is the responsible for all energy, everything that connects you from frequency to physics to numerology, everything. And then we all have a field, a energy field over us. And so I was talking about boundaries and everything, and how your energy naturally balances with someone the moment that you come into contact with them. So you will ever wonder why you walk around somebody and you get that weird energy, or you get that energy that just feels offbeat. That is not only intuition, but that is literal energy that you can feel that is not attuned with wherever that you are. And sometimes if it's negative or if it's lower, you'll feel like a chill up your spine that feel like more so like, oh, something isn't right about this person. And it's not that you're crazy, it's just that you can feel the energy that they actually are carrying. Whatever thoughts they have, whatever frequency or low energy that they come with, you literally picking it up at that moment that it feels uncomfortable. Yes, Juliet, listen to your intuition. Your intuition is God. And I say that all the time because when you're looking for God, you look within. So people will say, oh, I had this idea, but I never acted on it, and then wonder why they didn't go collect their blessings, why their life didn't progress. They didn't answer. I always say answer the call. When you get those ideas or things you feel convicted to do, that fire under yourself, you are literally being blessed. The Lord is giving you the green light, especially your positive thoughts. Anything that can expand your energy, anything that can help bring goodness, anything that can help you uplift others. When you don't answer whatever that inner voice is and you sit on it, you'll notice like you'll feel like, you know, kind of sad, or you'll feel like lost, or like you don't have like a sense of direction, all these things. And I can only speak on this because I have went through all of those feelings until I finally kind of figured out. I was like, oh, okay, the Lord was leading me here. I kept resisting. I kept not following my intuition. But as far as like what we were saying with the energy and balancing the fields and being able to feel those people's frequency, let me give you an example. I was in the McDonald's with my grandmother when I was a little bit younger. Maybe I was like 15, 16. So we're inside the McDonald's and I got this really weird feeling off of this guy, and I just could not call it. I wasn't looking at him because I don't like to look at people in their eyes once I get the negative feeling, because I don't want to put my energy on them. I do this a lot of times with cops too. And I'm not doing anything wrong, but I won't focus on them so that way they don't focus on me, because I know how energy works. So I don't want to put my energy on them because I don't want them pulling up behind me and doing the things that they do. So I know it's a lot, but hear me out. So when we were in that McDonald's, literally I felt this guy's energy in our direction and I couldn't figure out what it was. So when he walked up, I just wanted to shield my grandma. She's a little bit elderly. She was on a cane, so it's not like she could do anything if he was to do something. This man, sure enough, y'all, he was walking up, and I moved really close to my grandma as I could. He went to go reach for her purse. He literally went to go reach for her purse and try to snatch it. And I literally jumped in the way. Like, so he literally like ended up like hitting me while he was trying to reach for it. And he just took off running like out the door. Because by then we saw what you did was nothing you could do to take it back. And he literally ran out the door. He didn't get her bag, but I felt him the entire time. But I didn't know why I was feeling him like that. I had no idea. Yes, it's crazy. And don't get me wrong, it's not always that obvious. It's not always that dramatic. Sometimes you'll just feel something on someone. But I always say, when your radar is here to protect yourself, listen, if your intuition says cross the street because you see somebody coming or whatever, and you don't know why you get in that voice, that's Holy Spirit. That's intuition. That's insight. That's discernment. That's saying move. And you never know the why. It may not even be that individual. It could be something happening in the universe in that timeline that maybe you're supposed to avoid. Maybe you're not supposed to cross paths with at that particular moment. You know what I'm saying? So when you don't listen to the signs, you'll be wondering why you end up in situations or around certain people that you were never supposed to actually come into contact with. I believe in universal signs because I have seen them for myself. And once you learn numerology, it's a whole nother world. My whole life, I have been connected to sevens. I was born on a 7, but I learned that my money days, my most lucrative days, come on the number 10. Now that's for me. That's just for me. But my most lucrative days come on the number 10. My days that I end up getting like hurt or something crazy happen is connected to the 7, y'all. So, but also my luck. So it's duality in everything, but I realize when I see that number, something's going to happen. Something big is going to happen whenever I see the 7. I can't explain it, y'all. But like, for example, I hosted like a really, really big DJ party. My hotel room, 0347. Today when I cut my hand, I went to go sign up on my Discord. The name that they suggested was Kairos 034. I made that Discord, I washed the dishes, boom, I cut my hand. So all I'm saying is, when you learn numerology and you learn what numbers come with your frequency, with your DNA coding in this universe, you really learn a lot about yourself and the things and path that you're not supposed to be on and the things that you should supposed to be on. Because your numbers and your universal signs will green light you to either stay away from something or to go for it. Oh, thank you, Renisha. Yeah, it's very true and it's very deep, and I am still learning all of the things, okay? But I know that it's all very connected. I'm gonna share my very first spiritual experience with y'all, just so y'all could kind of get an understanding of why you shouldn't do certain things and why you should be very aware. I'm looking for this little song that I like. But yeah, why you shouldn't do certain things, because once you get spiritually attuned, or the more you become spiritually attuned and more on your God frequency, meaning that you starting to praise God, you starting to getting open up to that higher frequency to get connected with source. When you do that, you become unfortunately under attack by the entities that don't want you to praise. So that's why I say is all connected, because the closer you get to God, the closer you get to knowing yourself, because when you find God, you find purpose. So that's why I say it's literally all connected, and it comes full circle. I really like this song, Floating, by Lena Perez. I said I took it as a sign to go all in. Yes. I'm saying you will get green lighted, and then you'll notice when you get on your journey, it'll feel like all these things start getting in the way. That is when you feel like it's starting to pull you away from it, even though it's that fire in you. Yeah, that's the enemy. He don't want you to have that platform. The enemy is trying to stop you from being that light that the Lord called you to be, and you can't let him stop you. You mean the energy tries to, yes, the enemy tries to stop you. Look, put it like this. When you, how can I say? I used to think that I had to be qualified to do certain things, to be in a certain space. I used to go through imposter syndrome. I used to say, am I good enough? How can I, motivate people? How can I be a teacher? Like what qualifies me? I didn't go to school to be a teacher, I didn't get no physics and astrology and all these degrees. I didn't become a doctor, none of these things. So, but God qualifies the called. So you literally are qualified because God says so. So when he has something for you to do, thank you for my perfume. Thank you. So when he has something for you to do, the way the energy works is you're going to get to a point in your life where you're doing one of the things in your purpose. Where one, you're either fulfilling your destiny, empowering people. You're fulfilling your destiny, loving people. Or you're fulfilling your destiny, sharing your testimonies, okay? God do not give you testimonies for you to keep them to yourself. So he'll take you through your test to build you up, so that way when you get to that pinnacle, that peak, that mountaintop that he wants you to be on, can't nothing knock you down, because he done already took you through all the tests that it took to build you up to have that strength to withstand anything that's thrown at you. You say, and you believe in Jesus? Yes. Whether you call him, like I always say, whether you call him Jesus, Yahweh, Yeshua, I believe in God. I believe in a dominant God, a force that is in control over this earth. So I do believe in source. I do believe in God. I do believe in the Almighty. I don't believe that us humans are God in that sense. I believe we are made in his image. We are God-like. And when we seek him, like I said, we go inward, because if you want to be like God, or if you look for God in this world, you have to look inward, because we are literally the humans here. We are the people that create the change. We are the light bringers. We are the people that teach and spread love and all those things. So how do we do that? What do we represent when we are doing the things that are of God? So that's why I say I do believe that we are just made in his image. And so all the things that come with practicing your faith, all the things that come with being a good person, that starts in here. So when I say look for God, that's why I say look inside. Yes. So yes, that's what I believe, y'all. Thank you for liking the live. Thank y'all for sticking with me. I just be in here talking. I be having a good time, so I appreciate y'all. Hi, Bree. But yes, I lost my train of thought, because I be having a million thoughts at once, especially when it comes to this particular subject. Oh, I was gonna walk y'all through my spiritual journey real quick, how it started for me. I didn't know what it was, but I was maybe about 12 years old. I was living at my grandma's house. It was me, my mama, my younger brother, and then my older brother. So we always going through like different spiritual stuff, because my grandma was a westernized Christian, okay? Like, you can't tell her nothing. Yahweh who? You can't tell her nothing, y'all. All she knew was Jesus in the context that we had been taught, right? Because you know, you got the Apocrypha, and you know that the Bible has books missing. It's not that it's not true, because a dead man can't tell his story. So somebody had to write the books, okay? But over time, you know, they have switched up the language. Over time, they have manipulated some of it, and they have removed sacred books and sacred geometry and symmetry of this universe that they don't want us to know, because it holds the secrets of your power. It holds the secrets of you being able to connect to God. So they removed it for a reason. Thank you, Juliet. Thank you. Thank you, Ava, for following me. Thank you for liking the live, Renisha. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, anything you do in this live is appreciated. So my grandma was very spiritual. So I always felt like, unfortunately, our house was kind of under attack. We would just go through things that I felt like the average person wouldn't go through, no matter how hard we was trying. And I'm like, why do we keep going through all these trials and tribulations up in here, and all we do is praise God? I just don't understand. But what I learned as an adult is that the enemy does that so you doubt your faith. He does that on purpose. I'm like, he literally will try to shake you. That's why I say, when I say this is the garden, y'all, like I said, when I say I'm rooted, okay, rooted in faith, that is the point of the garden. I am rooted in my beliefs. I am rooted in my faith. I am rooted in love. I am rooted in the things that make me a good person. Okay, everybody has roots, and I feel like what you're rooted in, whether it was what you was brought up with, or whether it's what you choose to be rooted in, it makes or break your character. Okay. Thank you for your heart, me, Lorenzo. Hi, Dickinson. So yes, but yeah, I feel like the house was under attack when we were praying one night, because we used to have Bible study right in the living room, right at our dining room table. And so my mama would make the dinner, my grandma would prepare like the scriptures and everything, and then at the end of it, we would pray. My grandma used to keep a angel on her mantle. So one night in particular, we had really just kind of made a pact within ourselves. You know, 3 is the number of manifestation. So it was always 4 of us. You only need 3 to make it happen. So whenever I want to also say, whenever y'all see attacks, robberies, things like that, look at how many people are involved to make that mission come true. When you see acts of goodness, acts of kindness, and acts of love on a larger scale, look at how many people are involved to make that happen. 3 is a manifestation number, right? So the more people you have, the easier it is to manifest, because the more energy is coming together to make it happen. That's why they say, if you want to go, you know, just to go alone. If you want to go faster, go together. So when we were praying, y'all, we had just decided that we were going to literally be faithful and do it every night. Just not just, you know, Sunday after church, not just, you know, when we felt like it or when we had time. We were going to make a conscious decision to do it every night. And when we did that and we prayed that night, that angel came flying off that mantle and crashed to the floor. It didn't break, but it came flying off the mantle. Now that mantle, I ain't doing no touch nothing up there. You know how your grandma set something up there and forget about it, and it be up there for years? That angel been on that mantle for years. But that night we prayed and said we was going to have our Bible study every night, and we was going to come together as a family and praise God every night. Is the night that angel flew off that mantle. That was the first sign I ever got when I was younger, but I didn't know really how, you know, what it all meant. I just knew I felt afraid, but I was like whoa, you know. But I knew that God was moving, and I knew that something else was watching. Hi, Soul Cold Shift. Oh, okay, look. We done brought you to the chat. I see that name. You done found me. So yes. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for your daily heartbeat. I said anything you do in this room, you know, it keep me going. I appreciate you. So yes, y'all. When we were all sleeping in that room together one night, I didn't know it was coming. I hadn't done anything special to achieve it. I was just young, and so my pineal gland wasn't fully calcified, and I was more attuned because I hadn't been through the things of the world that would taint the spirit, that would taint the mind, that would cause these spiritual blockages from me being able to expand in that way. So when everybody was asleep that night, I was laying in bed and I went into a sleep paralysis. So this how mine started on me before they became full-blown just outer body experiences. I was sleeping in my bed, and then literally all of a sudden I felt this tug on my body, and my body, like my spirit, was on the ceiling looking down at my body. And like I said, I couldn't have been no more than 12 years old at this time. And I could see everybody in the room. Like I said, I could see my bed and my body. I could see my mom and my little brother sleep. And this was the same. You said I was listening from the hallway. I was so intrigued. Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. I don't even know how we got here. I was talking about spirituality, loving God, and how my spiritual journey started. So here we are. I'm going down memory lane of my first spiritual experiences, and how when I noticed how real energy and frequency was, and then fast forward to me being able to harness it and channel it now as an adult, and be very conscious and intentional about how and what I'm putting out and what I'm internalizing, so that way I can not only protect myself, but I can protect others, and just help people be able to create that shield and better use their discernment to know when they are up against spiritual warfare. So thank you for sharing the live. So yes, this was the first night I ever realized that my brother sleepwalked. I didn't know we were all under different types of spiritual war. I had no idea, or different spiritual experiences. So literally, y'all, while I'm on the ceiling, my brother gets out of bed, okay? And it's crazy. Y'all about to be like, what, when I say this? But look, this is what happens. So when he gets out of bed, he pulls his pants down to go pee as if he's going to the bathroom. This is the first night I ever learned he sleepwalked. Now, we all are young, okay? Like I said, I'm only 12. And so my younger brother, I don't know how many years we are apart. But the point is, this is the first night I ever learned that he did that. And he started peeing on the bed. My mama woke up yelling, like Jason. And I literally snapped out. I snapped out of it because I couldn't move. Before all this happened, I was screaming from the ceiling. I was yelling. I was calling, like, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Because if you ever been in sleep paralysis, then you know that you can't do nothing. You're stuck. So before I had the outer body experiences, I was literally trying to wake up, like just get out of bed, because I could see everything. But y'all, that junk, it scared me so much. And I asked my mama something. Finally, I don't know what clicked in me. I was young. But I said, Mom, what's that? Yeah, I hate that feeling. I agree, Jenna. I agree. Yes, Nikki, the struggle. I asked her, I said, why is this horseshoe on this room? What is this? And I don't know if y'all know the history of the horseshoe, but my mom kept a horseshoe over her bedroom door. And this was the first time I questioned it, because it's the first time I had an outer body experience the way I did. You're still active as ever. Yes, Vanessa. Like I never left. Like no time passed. I know, right? Because when you get into a topic that you're passionate about, oh, you can go for days on that. It's like having all my besties in one room, and we just like, girl, listen, can you believe? Miss Anne Regis, she said, Juliet said, I have severe insomnia it happens same. Yes, yes, it's very real. And people, so when you want to sleep paralysis, people will say the devil is riding your back. Okay, so I don't want you to be afraid when that happens to you. And here's why: because sometimes, not in the literal sense, or sometimes in the literal sense, but more so whatever energy, weight, frequency, and when I say weight, I mean things that you're carrying: doubt, fear, depression, whatever. Those are spirits. Those are not just emotions. Your emotions is spiritual turmoil. So when you're sad and you're grieving, that is a spirit of sadness and a spirit of grief. Just like how you, and I want to walk y'all too. You ever say God said you should not have a spirit of a fear, but a faith and a power of a sound and love of mind, love and sound of mind. So God say spirit of a fear. So doesn't that let you know that your doubts, your depression, your worry, your lack of confidence, and all these things, those are spirits of emotions. So my aunt does that. I'm gonna get back to the horseshoe, Renisha. I said I woke up one morning with horrible back pain in my hips and legs and chronic insomnia happened. I said you look beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is actually like a little this is a nighttime bed set. I would say it's a little small, but it's a nighttime. It's a 2-piece. I got it from Shein, y'all. I got it from Shein. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. So yes, the horseshoe is a spiritual protection to stop. Kind of like how they would hang the dream catchers. The horseshoe is the same thing. The other thing that, and I guess I should walk. The other thing they do is they put salt down at the rim of the room. And I don't know if y'all seen that one vampire movie with Michael B. Jordan, where y'all had the one lady and people would call what she was doing was witchcraft, but it wasn't. It's not actually witchcraft. It's actually herbal and it's actually herbal and spiritual practices that are natural to combat the forces that are here that are not positive. So it's not, so the witchcraft that they call it in the context of it being a negative, you literally have what they call, I guess you would say white magic, and I guess they say like, go like God. That's why I don't get it confused. I never say I'm a Christian. I always say I'm non-denominational because I have faith. I believe in the Lord, and I will never challenge the Lord. I fear the Lord, okay? But I also know that I'm a spirit having a human experience, not the other way around. So the salt is also protection, the same way like a dream catcher, okay? I don't use the dream catchers, but we did have the horseshoe and we did do the salt, and the salt did work for me. We blessed the salt and we put it down over the room, and we pray. So when I say bless it, you're praying over your salt. Yes, it keep the bad energy away. Exactly. So when I asked my mom about the excuse me, I think I got a little extra lip gloss. But when I asked my mom about the horseshoe, she said that when she was younger, she used to get visited by a spirit, and that spirit would just like always like come to her. And she said now that she's older, she can't really remember what it would say, but her mom didn't think it was a good spirit. Her mom thought it was a spirit that was trying to lure her, like, like call her. And so she was like, I wasn't afraid of her. I didn't get a bad energy from her, but because my mom was so God-fearing, she instantly blessed the house, blessed the room, and then put the horseshoe up there to protect her. Thank you, Vanessa. I appreciate that. Thank you for the love. So yeah, that's how you know I'm talking. My music just be going off. Let me see if I could play the actual list. Oh, I wish I would. Hold on 1 second. I can't use my right hand no more, so I'm really struggling with this left hand. I am not left hand dominant. everything just moves slower with my left. But yeah, okay. So I've noticed that like when I was going to like different houses, I thought that you could like bless a house or like pray of yourself and it's just done. No. So don't work like that. When you start leveling up spiritually and you start getting closer to God, the I don't want to say it like this, but it's true. The enemy follows. It's just true. It follows. And it's always waiting for a moment to strike, which is why you have to pray every day, which is why you have to say God everywhere you go. You always have to pray and like literally always, like I say, keep God close. And I'm not saying like be is that carpal tunnel syndrome? No. Oh, thank God it's not carpal tunnel. Whew, I don't know what I would do. But I cut my hand earlier with some glass, so I was holding and then it just tore and my reflexes kicked in and I thought I was dropping it, but I wasn't, and it tore right through my hand, so I had to go and get stitches today. Hi, Just V. But yeah, so I'm trying to think because I've had quite a few experiences. I don't even know which one to start, which one to go to. But lucid dreaming for me is very real. So lucid dreaming is when you're inside the dream, but you're conscious that you're in the dream. And so I feel like the lucid dreaming came after the sleep paralysis. So on my spiritual journey, I was going through sleep paralysis a lot, and I was noticing that they would happen back to back. So thank you, AJ. Hi, welcome to the chat. What's up? How was your live earlier? I was in the hospital today, so yeah. You said yes, it happens to me sometimes. Yes, it happens when you start to be enlightened. And thank you for the love. Yeah, like I said, I had I was washing dishes and the cup broke in my hand, went straight through. Thank you. I appreciate you, AJ. I love when people spin a block on me. It's very encouraging to keep supporting and keep showing love. So thank you so much. And yeah, so I just noticed for myself, like I said, the lucid dreaming came after the sleep paralysis. The sleep paralysis was happening in succession. So I would wake up out of my sleep and I would basically fight my way out of sleep paralysis because you kicking and screaming. Thank you, AJ. Thank you for the friendship necklace. Look, I'm putting it on. Thank you for the finger highs. I was about to try to snap my right hand, but I can't do it. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to tell y'all something so funny. I got so many experiences in the spiritual realm that is actually really quite crazy. So in my lucid dreaming, one time I knew that I was in the dream, and I was at this, like, I guess this function or this party. And I also know my baby was coming before she got here, but I'm gonna tell you about that too, because I got a sign too in my dream that my baby was coming. But yeah, so in this dream, there's people. Don't let people touch you. If you can avoid it, try to wake up, get out of it, but don't let people touch you in your dream. The people that actually physically touch you that you don't know, and I mean touch you with intention, like they don't fit in the dream. Okay, those, I hate to say it, but those are spirits, y'all. And I only know because of my experience. So like I said, I was at the function, I was talking, and then she literally came out of nowhere, and I knew she did not fit it in the dream, clear as day. She had eyes bigger than, like, I can't even explain it, like eyes that didn't fit on her face, okay? And in the middle of my conversation, inside of the dream, she literally said to me, she touched my pineal gland, y'all, just like this. She touched me right in the middle of my forehead, and she said, it doesn't even matter because you're about to have lazy back. And she kicked me out of my dream, and I instantly fell into sleep paralysis as soon as she did that. And I knew in that moment, y'all ever seen that movie by the guy from like Key and Peele, where he like sunken in his seat when that lady say the things to him, like he go to like the sunken place? Yes, that's what she did to me. Kicked me up out my dream. So and I had to be like very conscious of like, okay, what am I absorbing? What type of music am I listening to? What frequency? Who am I around? Why are my experiences in the spiritual plane? Why are they, like dark? Why aren't they positive? And I realized that was all with heart. That was all with, the things that I was consuming. I wasn't doing anything to be lighter. I wasn't doing anything at the time to be, positive. I wasn't working on me. So when I got tapped in, I didn't get tapped in a positive way. I got tapped in a way that could be corrupted, in a way where, that it was like trying to like hurt me. Like it was never positive. So, safe to say, I have beat those odds. Okay, I'm out of there. look! I ran to God. Okay, I sprinted. Especially in my adulthood. But yeah, now that I am on the more positive side of my spiritual journey, I can honestly say that it gets really, really beautiful. It gets really, really beautiful. Even when you feel like things are not going good, like holding on to your faith and not letting that like crush your spirit, it gets really, really amazing. Like I said, when I knew my baby was coming, I had a dream of, and I was running all my life. I interpreted the dream now as the way I'm about to explain it, but I had been running all my life from having children, from having the responsibility of children. But then I had met a man that I really loved, and I was like, oh, I was kind of considering it, but I, obviously when you doing all the adult things, you have an opportunity to get, pregnant. But this was really just not expected, because we weren't really like doing those things. We were super busy, super in our career. Like I said, I hadn't had a child yet, so I was still at the law firm, still DJing, still performing, doing all the things. So my dream for my baby came really early. So like I said, I'm running through this dream, and this woman is chasing me, and I'm trying to get away from her. And when she catches me, she grabs my arm and she pulls down my sleeve, and I still got the hospital thing on, but when she pulled down my sleeve, she tattooed a name on me, and the name was, I don't want to say my baby name, but it was my baby's name, in bold letters on my arm. But wait, it get better, okay? I was like, what is that? And then in the dream, I saw this huge constellation of this whale, and I'm like, what is a whale? What do that got to do? What do this dream mean, y'all? I'm like, why am I seeing a big old whale in the sky? But when I woke up, I immediately ran to look up that whale constellation, and it is the name that was tatted on me. A year later from that dream, I was pregnant. My fiance is Albanian, and the name that he chose to name our child is the name from my dream from 1 year ago. And I was like, are you kidding me? That whale constellation is our child's name, y'all. Yeah, and she tatted it on me. So when I had my baby, he named her that. It finally had hit me. I was like, it's tatted on me because your baby is for life. There was something coming into my life that was going to be permanent, that I could not run away from, which is why I was running in the dream, but I could not run from this. So I was like, oh my goodness, like the way dreams hit me now, the way I really pay attention to them, I know they give me signs now. So like I said, the more you get on your spiritual journey, you like really get tapped in and just start like paying attention and learning. And really, when I say learning, I really mean learning yourself, being meditating and doing, not like, and when I say meditate, y'all, meditation can be anything. Meditation can just be, it could be reading, it could be going for a walk, getting some fresh air. There are different ways to meditate. Meditation is about clearing cleansing your energy, cleansing yourself from the day, the things that weigh you down, the stress. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I will be on my time anyway. I was supposed to be going at 12:30. Good night, Renisha. Good night, good night, good night. And so we got plenty of time to talk. I know it's getting late. Everybody that came to show me love, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here for tonight. Yes, yes. Much love, much love, much love, much love. Good night, everybody. I'm going to go to bed myself. We'll meet next time.